translating a point and giving its coordinates one step. All right. So most of the time, and I'm not sure why, but most of the time in 8th grade and below, if I'm doing these in 8th grade and below for depends on which class I'm recording them for, but sometimes I record them in different classes and they work for my high school or my other ones because we do tend to repeat topics a lot throughout the grade levels. So a lot of the time, if this is an 8th grade topic, which by chance I am in an 8th grade course right now, this may become a beginning topic in IM1 or even IM2 because you might need to understand what translating means in order to move forward. So in this case, this one, I believe it does actually end up in some of my high school classes for this one. But high school automatically opens up this explanation page and explains it. For some reason, 8th grade and below does not do that. So if you are having trouble, click on explanation. Get the explanation. What does translate mean? So the figure below has a point marked with a large dot. So it shows you there's a large dot on this figure down here. First, translate the figure 6 units down, then give the coordinate of the marked point in the original figure and the final figure. So if you didn't know what translate meant, then you might not be able to do this. If you didn't know what coordinates were, again, you might not know what to do. So you can click on explanation. It will explain the entire problem to you. So if you're having trouble, take a step back, click explanation, read through the steps and say, oh, okay, I understand. There's also, excuse me, sorry, have the hiccups a little bit here. There's also a lot of tools on the side over here. So you can look, this is where you would find it in the textbook. There's a dictionary on the side, and anything that's blue and underlined is also definable. So this will automatically open a dictionary page if I click on it. So just take a second and make sure you understand what it is they're expecting you to do before jumping into the next one. All right, enough of my little lecture there. So I'll go over translate. Translate is one of our transformations for a coordinate grid. Transformation just means that we're changing it or we're moving it. In this case, translate just means we're moving it. Translate just means move up, down, side to side, or even diagonally. Usually you move something down and maybe say to the left, and then it looks like we moved it diagonally, but we actually moved it in 2 movements. So this just says translate the figure down. So I'm going to grab it. So I grab it and I click on it and I drag it down 6. So I need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there it is. And then I come over here and I need to type in the original point. So I need to understand how to get my coordinates on a coordinate plane. So the first number we type in is how far right or left did we go? So from this center point. So I'm going to go right all the way here. This is 8. So I'm landing right on top of 8. So I have to go right 8. And then the second number is how far up or down did you go? So I'm going to go up 2, 4. And the reason I can see 4, I'm not necessarily counting. I can see that it's lined up with this 4 here. So I'm going to go 4. So my original point was 8, 4. Now I need to do the same thing for the second point. So I'm going to go back to the middle here. How far right or left do I have to go? I have to go right 8. And I have to go down 2. So right 8, down 2 means -2. Negative tells me I'm going down for the second number. Positive tells me I'm going up. For the first number, positive tells me I went right. Negative would tell me I went left. So that's what the negative and the positive mean in the coordinate plane. It's telling you which direction it went. All right, so we're going to click check. And we're good. All right, next one. So it says the figure below has a point marked with a large dot. We can see that. First, translate the figure 8 units up. So I'm going to click on it, and you can see I don't have to actually hold it. The fist is still grabbed there. So I can move this around without having to click and drag. I did say click and drag on the last one, but you can actually let go once you click on it. So we're just going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to click again because that will drop it there. So now I need the coordinates for my original point. So I need to figure out first, right or left. That's my first number. So I'm going to go left all the way over here. And I'm just looking for this dot. So it's below this -5. So that tells me I had to go left to -5. The second number is up or down. Well, I have to go down, and I can see that that's lined up with this -4. I can also count it. I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went left 5, that's -5, and I went down 4, that's -4. All right, I have to do the same thing for the new point. So I have to go left 5 again, but this time I have to go up 4. So I went left 5, that's still negative, but I went up 4, so it's a +4. Check. Yay. All right, one more. All right, so we still have a figure here, and it's got a large dot. We want to translate it 5 units to the right. So I'm going to click on it. Remember, I don't have to hold it. The fist little, I went from the finger pointing to like a grabbing fist. And then I'm going to drag it 5 units to the right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to click again so it drops it. If I forget to click again, then it's going to follow the fist around, okay? So you got to make sure you click it so it drops it there. All right, so now we want our points here. So from here, I'm going to go left, -4, and up 1. So left 4, up 1. And then for the new point, I'm going to go right 1 and up 1. So it's up 1, sorry, right 1, up 1. So it's +1, +1. So just make sure you're paying attention to coordinates. And again, you can get the full definition if we click here. So it'll actually tell you first coordinate, second coordinate. First coordinate is always x, which is left or right. Second coordinate is y, which is up or down. So it does go through and explain this to you if you're not sure how to do that. Check. All right, we finished another one.